What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy Sealz the man. Thank you for coming back on another nighttime edition episode. Thank y'all for being here. So this is a follow-up, a part 2 of my previous video. If you haven't watched it, it's about the energy, the vibes, the essence of a good spirited man. And on the flip side of the coin tonight, I'm going to talk about the energy, the vibes, and essence of a bad spirited man. As y'all know, I created this channel for my 2 young nieces so that when they become of our age, they will understand men better. And I believe talking about these topics are important to them and also important to y'all, as I'm all about understanding the mind of decent men. But sometimes you got to understand the mind of the opposite type of man as well. So before I start, make sure you follow me, like, comment, hit that subscribe button below the video box. And I thank y'all once again for being here. Truly grateful. So let's get started. Just like how I talked about in part 1, and how a certain type of man, a certain type of person gives off a certain vibe, a certain energy, a certain essence that you feel directly. It is the same exact feeling with bad-spirited men as well. And then it is important to know these things so that you protect yourself. Don't waste your time, and a whole list of other benefits. But the first vibe, energy, and essence of a bad-spirited man that I'm going to bring up today is the sneakiness. The reason why a bad-spirited man may have sneakiness vibes or sneaky energy is because he has a motive, and he has a motive with you. These type of guys will give off a certain intention, but in their minds, they want something totally different. These type of guys will say certain things, but inside, they mean something totally different. And one of the best ways to do this or accomplish this on their side is to be sneaky. Because what happens when you're being sneaky? You're trying to avoid something. You're trying to be undetected. You're trying to achieve or get something without being exposed. And the same applies to bad-spirited men who have these sneaky energies. And you're able to detect this type of spirit because his truth will never hold. He'll tell you one thing, and if you bring it up later on, he either forgets it or he lies about it. Or even in his physical, he's being very shady or very all over the place, not focused on you. You have to be careful with sneaky spirits. The next and interesting energy and vibe and spirit of a bad-spirited man is what I call a speed demon. Now, what do I mean by a speed demon? Everything is fast with this guy. Whatever he wants from you, he's trying to get it fast, quickly. This is also interesting because there's different levels of fast. Fast can mean minutes or hours, like on a first date or first meeting with this person, or it can mean days and weeks, especially after first meeting a person. Whatever the case is, it seems like the timeline that y'all have planned out or talked about is short or rushed. He's trying to initiate things with you that are making you uncomfortable. And when you tell him about your uncomfortability, he gets upset. He takes offense. That is because it's going against his speed. Whatever he wants from you, he wants it fast. He wants to be in and out. You need to be careful about speed demons or the spirit of a speed demon. Anytime, this is coming from your internet brother, Sealz the man, anytime that you feel like you are being rushed past your comfort or rushed in general, more times than not, you are correct. And there is a reason behind that rush. You see, things that are good are usually built over time, or it takes time. Things that are worth it are usually created over hard work and labor and time. But things that are fast, quick, are usually bad for us. Just think about it. Fast food, home cooked food, over-the-counter drugs, and sometimes in the alleyway drugs, good food, vitamins, health. Fast money, long money. If you think about both of those sides, and put yourself in both of those situations on both of those sides, you will understand the impact of speed and how it impacts the results of both sides, and also the impact it has on you. Be careful with speed demons. The next and obvious essence and energy and vibe and spirit of a bad-spirited man is that he is hateful and disrespectful. I mean, this is blatantly obvious. If you just meet this dude and he's disrespectful to you, or even disrespectful in talking about other people, has no regard for other people, throwing around unnecessary threats, acting rough with you, that shows what kind of spirit that he is. Some people can't hide their spirits. And I find that to be the case, especially with disrespectful and hateful people. A lot of them cannot hide their bad spirit. It's like they have a feeling that they have to show how they feel about you and everybody else. And that is how dangerous and powerful hate is, that the person cannot even contain it. It's like an erupting volcano. Hatred and disrespect does not lie. When someone shows you hatred, when someone shows you disrespect, it is exactly what it is. What you heard is exactly what you heard. How you feel is exactly how they wanted you to feel. That is the reality. Don't ignore that. Don't let that slide. That dude is showing you exactly what his spirit is all about. The next type of essence and spirit of a bad-spirited man is a man who does not listen to you. You're having a conversation with this guy, trying to get to know this guy, and you're hoping that he's trying to get to know you too. But after time, you realize that all the words that you're saying to him is going in one ear and out the other. And you know this because you bring up certain things in the conversation that you had, and he acts like he never heard it. Or everything you say has a rebuttal, and he makes it a competition. Or you're having a conversation with this dude, and he's trying to end the conversation and take you somewhere else, giving hints of rushing, like I talked about earlier. A dude who does not listen to you doesn't care two pennies about you. Because think about it. If you want something, you're going to pay attention to it because you want to get to know about this thing, because you desire it. You want it. You're going to take the time to learn about its details because you want it. So if I am not listening to you, if I'm not paying attention to any of your details, if I am not trying to learn anything about you, it is because I'm not serious about you. I don't want you. And you need to pay attention to that. If you realize you are talking to someone who is giving the vibe, giving the essence, giving the energy, giving the spirit that they do not want to be there with you, that they do not want you, that they are not paying attention to you, that they are not listening to you, it is because they're not. So never fight unwant. And then you start to realize like, yo, this dude is completely wasting my time. Bad vibes. Another energy and essence and spirit of a bad-spirited man is a lusty man. A man who has to make sex about everything y'all talk about. He jokes about sex. He jokes about intimate acts. He's trying to touch you and y'all just met. You don't even know this guy. He don't know you. He's saying inappropriate things. Piggybacking off of the last point I made, he's not even listening to you because he's looking at you. Just imagine all the things he wants to do to you. He's paying no mind to you. The only thing he's paying attention is to your body. Lust is a heavy energy. You can feel it undoubtedly. Like you can almost smell it. When someone is lusting after you, it is so obvious. And one thing I want to tell, especially the women out there, is that it's not always cute to accept someone's lust. Because I see a lot of times, or I've seen a lot of times where a woman will say, oh, he think I'm bad. And they'll make jokes about it, especially to their friends and all that. But you got to be careful with that. Because when you act like that, you're almost giving him acceptance. And once he sees that acceptance from you, that lust that he's showing you is only going to get worse. Lustfulness is a sin. And there's a reason why it is a big sin. Anytime you want someone's body over them, that is a bad thing. Because once they get that from you, you have no use to them. Bad spirits all around that. Please value yourself. Value your spirit, value your body, and save yourself for a relationship. Because the thing with lust is, lust can be attached and applied to anyone who is willing and anything. And you do not want to be that anything or anyone. You got value, right? All right, so let's talk about the last thing I'm going to bring up. The last essence and energy and vibe and spirit of a bad-spirited man that I want you to pay attention to is a man who is a master hider. This type of guy conceals everything. He hides information that should be known by you. You ask him a question, he takes offense or he gets mad because you asked him. Anytime you ask him about personal details, he gives you a runaround. You know there's a reason why people hide things. And there's too many reasons why people hide things. But when it comes to you trying to get to know a guy and he's hiding things, that is a red flag. Because the point of me being here with you, the point of you being here with him is to get to know this guy. So what are we doing here if you do not want me to get to know you? Because you are hiding things. What is the purpose? There's a reason why people hide things. When a person hides things like this, they are lying. And they don't necessarily have to tell you to lie, because I believe the absence of truth is a lie. So when you are not telling me your truth, you are lying. Avoid that at all costs. Once you realize this person is just avoiding all of your answers that you want, just know you do not want to be in a situation like that. You do not want to be with someone like that. Because eventually, once you deal with someone like this who is a master hider, you will eventually find those truths. And you do not know what those truths are and how scary they can be. So please be careful with master hiders. And be careful overall with all the essences and the spirits that I talked about in this video. The only reason why I talk about these things, even though I mostly talk about positive things about men, is because I need y'all to be well-rounded. Yes, I enjoy talking about the positive things about men, good men, decent men, but you should also know the other side so that you are more in tune and more on track to find those good men and decent men for you. There is only good out here because there is bad. So make sure y'all be careful of these type of spirits, and thank y'all for being here. God bless y'all, and I will see y'all on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.